Hey guys, this is Ashley. I've got Andrew here with me. This is Rule Talk 102. Is it O or is it 0? It should be 0.
I think it's O. I would say 102. It sounds better.
90102. No,
well, we
what's
did
that
last
song?
year.
90210.
Last year though was 101. So I mean, this
101?
year it's got to be 102. Yeah.
102. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going with 102.
Yeah.
Don't y'all quote me on that. That's how I do my phone number too. I add an O when I know it's a 0.
See, the trick will be for next year. Are we going to go 103 or are we going to go 102.1, like a radio station?
Oh, y'all keep an eye out.
Don't know.
Keep an ear out. You'll have to find out.
Don't know. You never know.
All right. So this section that we're going to talk about in this video pertains to finals. Everything we're going to talk about is related to finals.
Exclusively to finals. These are rule additions or updates, and maybe some clarifications that we just needed to add a couple of things. The first one though is a class that some of our promoters offer at their shows, and that's the Demos for Dollars class. And Ashley can explain that. We also offer that at finals. We don't have that written anywhere in the rule book, so we need to add that because it is a class that we offer. So we need to have a set of rules behind it on how we structure that class.
Yep. It says Demos for Dollars. I wish I could make a dollar sign. How do you make a dollar sign?
It would be tricky.
That would be tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Says this format is not metered. You demo to show off your system and people vote for you. $1 equals 1 vote. There's no limit to the number of votes. The person with the most votes is the winner. The winner receives a trophy.
Yep, simple as that. Very easy.
Some people want to say that it's participation trophy. Those people, I feel like, are wrong. This one allows you, the competitors, to get to be involved. That's how I see it. I also see it that, like, at finals, the Demos for Dollars, that money goes to the people that we chose to help.
The benefit.
The benefit. So it is not something that's like metered, and it is like, yeah, your friend could totally put like $200 in there and it's a popularity type vote or whatever, how you would like to call it. But the thing is that gets all of our competitors involved. They get to go check out other people's vehicles, get to enjoy the show, enjoy some demos. And then they also, at finals, the Demos for Dollars at regular shows, I'm not sure how the money situation works, like what that goes to, but I do know for finals, we donate that money to the benefit. So that's why that is in place. And it's one of those things that it's fun to have random things that's not all about the meter sometimes. So if you disagree with me on that, sorry. At least my hair looks good.
I think the cool thing was last year, I mean, like, it was right at the end of finals. We didn't really advertise it like we probably should have, and it still raised $400 for the Brown family. Yeah. Which I thought was really cool for something that we didn't really push heavily on advertisement on social media or really let people know that we were doing that. And it still raised $400 for that family. So, I mean, to me, that was a win. I mean, because that's $400 that they wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. And we are appreciative of our competitors and friends that come hang out and help us to help the people that need it for the benefit. So we're very grateful for all of you doing that. All right, so our next one, or should I just cut that one and make it be the Demos for Dollars because it's 4 minutes, or just keep going? We're going to keep going. We're going. You're going to have to watch a long video.
Yep.
You have to put up with me for this long. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, so this rule 11.4 is already in the rule book. We just updated the wording.
Yeah.
So it says competitors must use their own vehicle at national finals.
Yeah, and that rule is already there. It just had a additional part to it that said or their vehicle they competed with the most during the year. And we kind of talked between the judges, you know, like who's policing this to make sure that every single competitor uses the majority vehicle that they used all year they bring to finals, because stuff happens. Yeah. A person could be competing with XYZ vehicle all year and then it break down right before finals and They don't want to miss out on finals, and I don't blame them. Finals is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they can get it together before, the deadline and get the vehicle running, and we've had people show up at finals and build everything right then and there. I mean, we had a couple competitors just last year. They blew all their equipment, showed up at finals, replaced everything, and ended up winning.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's something where I didn't want to put a restriction on that, and I wanted to be clear that we're allowing people to use whatever vehicle they want to, unless you're under a team. The team's a little bit different, but...
And that's as long as you own the vehicle. And the way that we police that at finals is that you have to bring your driver's license to me. I have to make a copy of it if you didn't make a copy yourself already.
Yep.
The people that already make the copies, perfect.
Yep. And
Star students. But you also...
proof of insurance.
Yep.
Insurance,
and you're not paying insurance on a vehicle that's not yours. Unless you're crazies.
Yeah, generally I wouldn't suggest that or advise it. So.
Yes, so that's how we police that. If it comes down to it and we have to start doing the registration on the vehicle, then we will. But we want to trust you guys and have a good time, so I'm sure that won't be a problem. All right, this next one was new last year that you brought up without anybody knowing.
Yeah, we released it and announced it at finals at the competitor meeting on Friday. And this is something that me and Bill Gass, he's one of our promoters in the Nebraska area, and he's been with us for a very long time. He came to me with this idea, and I said, let's make this happen. I love it. And we basically kind of sat down and went through a couple different scenarios as far as how we'd structure the rules. We landed on something that works pretty good. We piloted it this year at finals, and the guys liked it. So we're bringing it back this next year, and that's the Trunk King division.
Yes.
And
we know who's sponsoring that because he liked sponsoring it last year.
So we had Audio Apex, Chris Munson, which a lot of people would view him as the undisputed Trunk King at one point or another. He did some of the highest numbers people have ever seen out of the trunk. We got him to sponsor. We did a crown, a metal crown, and gave that to the winner. And he wants to sponsor it again this year. So we said, heck, let's do it again, man. I'm excited for it. It was fun to watch. It was cool. And it was neat to see. So the winner was Terry Schaefer, is who won. I don't think I've ever seen him smile that big before. It was pretty cool. It was
and
fun.
he just was smiling the rest of the day.
Yeah.
He had a big old grin on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I loved his brother came and bowed down to him.
Yeah, and
They're so funny.
To explain the class and kind of how it works is, so for those who weren't at finals or didn't see it, what we do is we take the winners of basic trunk and advanced trunk, because you can't compete in a basic and advanced class. You have to pick one or the other at finals. Throughout the year, you can do both at shows, but at finals, you have to pick one or the other. So then what we do is, since it's two separate people, we make the winners of those two divisions compete head-to-head 3 rounds if it goes that far. So we make them do basically the basic trunk score, which is a 4K limit, and then we make them do the advanced trunk score, which is unlimited. And then if they both do their respective best scores and beat the other person, then that would go to round 3, which would be basically your tiebreaker round, and we make them do a 30-second music average, which everybody thought was pretty neat because
it went to round 3.
Yeah, it went to round 3. At finals this past year.
I actually missed it. I was very sad that I missed getting to see it.
It's kind of interesting to watch these burp trunk vehicles play music. So that was fun. And then obviously the winner of that gets the crown. And I have a crown from.
I didn't know if you were going in front of me or behind me. So
this is what the crown kind of looked like, but this is for another class that nobody won, so we'll show you.
Maybe, hopefully, someone will win it this year.
Yeah, so this is the extreme crown that...
Was it the same color?
Yeah, it was gold like this.
I don't remember.
This year's won't be, so we'll change it. But it was modeled exactly like this, except it said Trunk King, and then it had Audio Apex's logo right here where it says 150 plus. So this crown, too, I'll just tell you, this is for the first 150 in extreme. We've yet to see this. It has to be done at finals, and it has to be the ending score. So whoever does that first will take that crown home. We had a couple of guys that were very close, especially Caden. So Caden was really close. He actually showed a 50 but he ended up with a 49.6.
Yep,
so
you got to end with that 150.
I got to end with a 50.
So do you want to tell them what color our theme for this year is? Red! So is that what color the crown's going to be too?
Probably, yeah. That's probably what we'll do. Yeah.
We'll do it.
Probably do red.
Yeah, because
I think that would be cool.
2024 finals, all of our stuff was like a black, yellow, gold, black and gold type colors. So that's what we went with. But this year it's red. We're super excited about it. So your rings for finals, you have a little bling bling.
Yep.
Some red in there. So that'll be fun.
We'll probably do another video too here talking about trophies because I want people to be aware of a couple of things we did differently. So that way they'll know, this is what I'm going to win. Because there was a couple of cool stuff like the banners and stuff like that people probably don't know about.
We'll make a new video then. I thought I was done. I thought this was the last video of the night.
That thing's heavy. You got to talk about
country accent.
You got the last rule there too for finals.
Okay, told y'all this is a long video.
Dang, we're 11 minutes.
11 minutes and 12 seconds in, and I'm going to talk to you about Rule 11.8.
That's funny. And we're going to talk about time limits, and we're like 10 minutes in.
I know. I
11
need the
minutes
time
in.
limit.
We're on. We would have had the meter started on us already, and it would have been whatever the score was.
Yeah.
So
11.8 reads, and this one's super important. I say it reads, and then I start talking.
Now remember, this is enforced at finals, so don't think that like
a regular show.
Something a regular show. We're a little more lenient at regular shows because we're a little more flexible on time. But at finals, we're running pretty tight sometimes, and there's some issues that can arise if we let the lanes clog up. I guess is just lack of a better word. So
we want things moving in and out of the lanes, and to do that, we're going to limit you on time. So this reads, time limits. Once you enter the competition lanes, these will be enforced in all divisions. So every class, you will have a max of 5 minutes to be ready once the meter is placed in your vehicle or on the extreme sand. So the time doesn't start just because your vehicle rolled into the lane. It starts once that meter is placed. Once the judges are ready, you have 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
So once we do
if you do it in 1 minute, oh my gosh.
Once we do our part, then the clock starts, and that's because of several reasons. But and I'll let you continue on with that.
Well,
there's still a little bit more to that rule too.
Yes. So Mayhem Division is a little bit different because sometimes the setup does take a little longer.
They got to bolt doors shut, and they got to open doors to allow us to have access in.
Right. So what they need to do, what I would suggest, if you have doors that need to be bolted open or closed, get those unbolted before you get into line. Not be unbolting them. Bolt them back up when you're in the lane. Yeah, for sure. But I would already have them 90% unbolted. That way you're not taking up more time than you need to.
Yeah.
But those Mayhem divisions will be allowed 10 minutes to be ready. And kicker here is at the end of that time that we set once the judges place the mics, that 5 minutes or 10 for Mayhem, at that time the meter will start whether you're ready or not.
Yes.
So
similar like a tiebreaker round where the clock starts kicking down and the meter automatically starts whether you're ready or not. That's what we'll start enforcing at finals, and that's just to keep everything moving consistently. And this doesn't apply to a lot of people. And this is specifically just to keep, because we anticipate finals to be, we obviously want to see it bigger than it was this past year.
Yeah.
So, and as we add more people and add more qualifying runs, it gets to where Saturday can be a very, very long day, especially if we have a lot of people that got to run Chaos and Extreme. Those are long classes. So, we'll have a timer of some sorts. I'm not really sure exactly how we'll do it yet. It may run through Term Lab. But however we nail that down, I've got until finals to figure that out. There'll be time limits for all classes, all divisions. So 5 minutes for every class, and then 10 minutes for mayhem division. So.
And so now, is the judge are we going to have the judge be like, all right, the meter's placed? Because what if they're like hooking something up in the back, like making sure their amps are ready, and they don't see that it's ready?
Up clamps or something like that. They need to, we'll have some kind of signal, or the judges will signal the person running the term lab.
Right.
So whoever that person is for each tower, we'll have them signal them that, hey, I've done my part, now it's all on the competitor.
Right, but you still have to let the competitor know.
And I just wanted to put a caveat too on this rule that this isn't a free for all in the aspect of, okay, now you have 5 minutes.
So let's take 5 minutes.
Yeah, so let's just sit there and wait for 5 minutes. Like, if you're ready to go in the first 30 seconds, thumbs up the person running the computer and tell them, yeah, I'm ready. You know, don't sit there for 5 minutes, because this is for the people that take a long time to prep, you know, that are trying to, you know, strap a vehicle shut or trying to figure out what, like, a lot of that stuff should have been done when you were staging. And that's what we're trying to help some of the newer competitors and even some of the veteran ones that were taking too long, you know, is to prep when you're staging. You know, when you're pulling up to the lane, when Abbott calls you in and has you pre-staged before you even get up there to be metered, you should have your vehicle ready to go. You should have your song tracked up. You should have your seat positions done. You should have, you know, all your team that's going to be helping push here and there and doing what they need to do to help you do your score. And obviously there's, you know, if there's a medical problem or there's an emergency in the lane, like, some of this stuff will get, you know, modified, you know, during time. But for the most part, like, this is what we're going to set, and this is what we're going to try to do just to facilitate, you know, the lanes moving smoothly.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, guys.
That's a long video. And we're ending on time limits.
I know. Fun stuff.
But,
okay, I think Andrew has one more video that
we'll do a video
tonight,
on awards. So.
Yep, we'll get all these uploaded though soon, so that you guys can listen, watch me be a goober.
Big old dude, man. He's heavy. He's putting all his weight on me.
Oh,
like he's just like, all right, dude, you've been talking for too long. You just need to love on me.
All right, bye guys.
Thanks to Andrew McCullough, I'm here live and live in color, and I'm here to inform you that these songs beat like no other. Man, your bill's so clean, I need to know who's your installer.